Here's my very short review for Offensive Combat, Redux. So Offensive Combat is essentially a first-person shooter that you play online with a bunch of other people, or you can play some of the fun single-player bot-type modes. I do like that they do offer some bots. It's nice to have those in there. In general, I like having bots because it allows you to preserve some of the multiplayer when the player base has moved on. Now here, I wish the bots were a little bit smarter, because when you do the survival mode, they are so stupid. They just run right past you, or they'll look at you and then they'll shoot you, or they'll look at you and they won't shoot you. These are some of the dumbest bots I've ever seen. Still, I'm happy that they are in here. One mode that I like that the single player provides is that you can explore all the maps without actually being in combat. I like this because this allows you to be in a more relaxed setting to be able to find the ins and outs of the map without being under fire. Now the online modes, they provide a bunch of your stereotypical modes that you see in shooters, and I will say that the gameplay is pretty fun. One thing I thought that was a little weird is that the game kind of prides itself on being offensive, but I wasn't really offended at all throughout the game. Like, the humor is kind of juvenile, but I wouldn't really call it offensive. And with the humor, some of it did make me laugh. I mean, finally a game recognizes you whenever you get a shot between someone's legs. And on top of that, when you defeat enemies in the game, you can then go and then taunt them, which I thought was kind of funny. And there's one in which basically your character just had a mountain of Taco Bell tacos and just unleashes noxious fumes onto your enemies.
Headshot. Let's pwn.
One small detail that I really like is up in the sky during the match, they'll kind of have these arena-like screens up there displaying statistics for you for how you're doing in the match. I think that's kind of cool, and it kind of sells its arena-like, sports-like environment. I did have the pleasure to play the game with some people online, but I want to say this, the game is very dead for its community. Not many people are playing this online. But when I did have a chance to play with some people, I did have some fun there. The game isn't anything original, but it is disposable fun. Add in the juvenile humor, which did make me laugh from time to time, and just in general, just being able to play with some people online and having some silly fun. I mean, I was whacking people with these like silly swords that you get in the game, and there's a bunch of weapons and upgrades that you can use. On top of that, the game probably has the best sound when you select the quit button I've ever heard in a game. Now I will say this, since the game is dead, I would say that if you really do want to try this game, that when you're in the game, it is fun. So I would say wait till an extreme sale and maybe have a bunch of your friends together and you want to have some fun. I'd say maybe that's the time to go and try it out, because at least you know you'll have people to play with. As of right now, the community's pretty much dead. The game is disposable fun, not anything original, not anything amazing, but maybe in the extreme sale to play with a group of friends, you'd have a decent time. I want to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.